So I just stumbled upon this tool called Thunk, and it literally lets you build Rust programs for old Windows platforms like XP. How wild is that?
Wait, like Windows XP? That's surprising. I thought developers mostly moved on from that. What's the catch?
Exactly, it uses this library called VCLTL5 to bridge gaps in API compatibility, but they caution that it's still risky. It might not work perfectly.
That makes sense. I wonder how many people are even using XP nowadays. Isn't that a pretty niche audience?
You'd think so, but some industries and legacy systems still rely on it. Imagine being stuck with that OS for critical tasks.
True, but how does it even manage to support something as old as XP? The tech behind that must be interesting.
They use something called thunks to remedy APIs that simply don't exist anymore. It's like filling in the gaps.
Thunks? That's a clever name, but I wonder how effective that really is. Can it handle all missing APIs?
Great question. From what I understand, it helps, but there are limits. It doesn't guarantee that everything will work as expected.
Ah, so it's a bit of a gamble then. Have you looked at the installation process? It sounds a bit involved.
Yeah, you need to set up environment variables for the binaries and also add thunk to your run paths. It's not for the faint-hearted.
Sounds a bit cumbersome. Can you imagine the errors if someone messes that up? Like, how do you even troubleshoot that?
Exactly, you'd have to trace back through the variables and paths. It could become a real headache, but the outcome could be worth it.
I'd love to see a practical application. Like, someone actually deploying this in a real-world environment. What does that look like?
Right, one example they gave was building a shared library for XP using Thunk. It's a whole new world for legacy software.
But hold on, do developers feel like it's worth the effort, considering how outdated XP is?
That's the million-dollar question. I think it depends on the context, like specific industry needs versus upgrading systems.
Makes sense. I'm just wondering if companies are really still maintaining applications on XP instead of migrating. That's pretty risky.
Yeah, but sometimes the cost of migrating is higher than holding on to those legacy systems. It's a tough balance.
True, there's still a market for tools like Thunk as long as those legacy systems exist. It's a unique niche.
Speaking of tools, the installation process also requires curl and 7z. It feels a bit old school, doesn't it?
Totally. It's like going back in time to when command line tools ruled. But is that a barrier for new developers?
Possibly newer developers might find it daunting, but it's also an exciting challenge for the right crowd.
Yeah, it's like a retro challenge. I wonder if there are communities discussing Thunk or troubleshooting these setups.
I'd hope so. Community support is crucial with niche tools like this. They could help ease the process.
Right, it's all about sharing knowledge. Also, what about the future of tools like Thunk? Can they keep up with tech advancements?
That's a bit of a cliffhanger. The demand might dwindle as fewer people use old systems, but who knows?
Yeah, it's a cycle, right? When new tech emerges, old tech can become even more of a low-key specialty.
Exactly, nostalgia and practicality often collide in unexpected ways. It's fascinating to think about.
And I guess for developers, it might be an opportunity to learn something unique. What a cool skill to have.
Absolutely, mastering something that others find cumbersome could be a real value. It's like a badge of honor.
Right, again, not sure everyone will be up for the challenge, though. It takes a specific mindset.
True, but it would be interesting if companies encouraged that mindset. Think about the unique solutions that come from it.
Now that's a thought. Legacy systems could become breeding grounds for innovation if approached creatively. Mind-blowing.
Right, so are we on the same page that while Thunk might have its quirks, it also opens up some amazing avenues?
Definitely. It's a window into the past while also challenging developers to think creatively in the present.
And that whole concept of retro development is actually kind of exciting. It shows how tech evolves.
Exactly. So what's next? Will we be talking about building apps for even older operating systems next?
Who knows, but it sure raises questions about how we view the lifespan of technology, doesn't it?
For sure. Makes you wonder what else is lurking in the shadows of outdated tech, waiting for its moment.
Totally, every old tool has stories to tell, just waiting for someone to listen. That's pretty inspiring.
Agreed, and who knows? With dedication, maybe we'll see a resurgence of old systems in a new light.